Good afternoon. It's a great day for all of us here at LHS. It's my pleasure to be your host today. I'd like to welcome all of our staff at LHS, our community partners, and invited guests to the celebration of our continued accreditation. Let me give a quick... The set behind me is for Jesus Christ Superstar. Performances are tomorrow night and Saturday night at 6 o'clock and next Friday and Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Please come support the arts at LHS. I'd like to begin by introducing the people on stage. Our Superintendent, Cynthia Paris. Mayor Daniel Rivera. Assistant Superintendent Maricel Sheets. He has many titles, but I'll go with NEAS Steering Committee Chairperson Richard Gore. This is a great day to be a Lancer. I think, oops, excuse me. Shut that off. All right. To begin the ceremony, I'd like to welcome Superintendent Paris to say a few words.
Thank you, Tim. Hi, Lancer team. I know you had a well-deserved staff luncheon hosted by campus leadership team and the accreditation team a couple weeks ago. I hope that was enjoyable for you. I'm so grateful that we also have this chance today to thank you in person for the incredible selfless work you put in to earning Lawrence High School its continued accreditation, awarded by NEASC earlier this school year. I know everyone here played a part, some starting several years ago, and your commitment to this school, its students, and its families is evident in the NEASC board's many commendations. This was a very close, comprehensive look at our school, and you made the city and our district very proud. Thank you again for making us shine. I hope that the rest of the school year continues to go as well. I want you to please join me in welcoming a champion of LPS and a former LHS graduate, our mayor, Dan Rivera.
I know she's only been here a little over a year now, but I think another round of applause for our superintendents is well worth it. The work that her and her staff are doing. I can't help this. You guys know there's some space up front, right? You guys are used to saying that. I'm sorry, teachers. Thanks to everyone that did this. I was a student and I graduated class of 1989. And the immediate year after I graduated, Lawrence High School lost its accreditation. I think I have that data right. And even though I had graduated a year before, immediately the amount of shame that we felt that we had graduated from a high school that didn't have accreditation. When you went to apply for college or in my case, you apply for a job and stuff like that, it had been in the news because they make a big deal about that when you don't get accreditation. And so it becomes far and wide for everyone. And it's not just a stigma for the school and the staff, the students and the families, the community at all. I say that to reflect upon how important it is that you guys got this done. And how proud I am as a graduate of Lawrence High School and a student and as a Lawrence kid, the kids that graduated from this school in the next couple years and the ones previous will continue to be able to hold their heads high that they come from an accredited high school. It means a lot. I would say, like Joe Biden said, it's a big deal, but I'll refrain from cursing. But it is a big deal, and again, imposed upon that we are so happy and so thankful to everyone involved, to the teams that made sure that everything was squared away, the people that got to carry people around, walk people around the school and walk through the staff that came to and looked at what we were doing. And you were doing it in not the easiest time. I always tell people some stuff is like walking and chewing gum at the same time. The stuff that you were doing to get this done, it was really like chewing gum and walking on the moon. It's not easy. And that's just the normal course of work that you guys do every day, and I want you to know that we really do appreciate it. I will take a little bit of license and talk about something off script here. If you get an opportunity to see one of the state reps or the state senators, or even somebody from the governor's staff, you gotta stop them and thank them. They put $1.5 billion into public school funding starting next year for 5 years. $1.5 billion. In our bucket, and the superintendent's probably gonna get upset that I said this, it looks like $22 million in new dollars that we'll get up in an applause is okay. You know, and it took a lot of advocates out there. The teachers union were out there beating the doors, making sure that they got that stuff right. All that stuff, yeah? Kim Barry from the teacher union's here with us. But they gave us the money because they know if they put it in the right hands, as is apparent from the accreditation, that you will put it to the best use to teach our students. So from a Lawrence kid, I wanted to thank you personally for this effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Rivera. At this time, I'd like to welcome Richard Gorham, our NEAS Steering Committee Chair, to go over a few of our commendations.
Thanks, Tim. You know the best part of today? We get cupcakes. There's Lancer blue and white cupcakes out there, in part, once again, because of the amazing Kathy Thomas. Mayor Rivera, Ms. Parrish, Ms. Sheets, thanks for being here. It is indeed a special moment. Serving as chair of the steering committee for the last 3 years was an honor for me, both because it was an opportunity to serve the students of Lawrence High School, but also because it gave me a chance to get to know this extraordinary faculty and staff a little bit better, and to bear witness to the exceptional work that you do each and every day to serve our students. In this role, I got a special window into seeing a little more than I usually do. Our food service workers, our custodial staff, our school safety personnel, our clerks, our paraprofessionals, our counselors, our many, many folks from outside agencies and community partners, our classroom teachers, our administrators, all do remarkable work to serve our students. You give of yourselves, intellectually and emotionally, usually without reward or fanfare. During the accreditation process, I got a chance to see this a little more closely. I honor each and every one of you and the work that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The final report from NEASC cited 47 particular commendations. 47. That's a lot more than they usually do. These are areas where Lawrence High School is doing more than just a good job, but a special one. There are recommendations, there are areas we need to work on, but today we are about celebrating those commendations. Over the last few weeks, our administrators were asked to identify examples in their buildings of staff members who exemplify this extraordinary work. And today we will honor a few. I know that so many of you whose names will not be mentioned today do powerful work, drawn from the very depths of your soul. I see you and I appreciate you. But today we recognize a few of our colleagues as exemplars and examples of the good work that we all do. Outside the PAC in the lobby, you may have already seen the wonderful posters hung up on the wall highlighting some of the specifics. And I get the chance to read a few of them now, and we'll recognize a few of our colleagues. NEASC's first commendation, commendation number 1, was the presence of challenging and observable 21st century learning expectations reflected in students' behaviors and staff attitudes about serving students. Our colleague, Emily McDonald, has worked hard to lead her cohort in solidifying expectations and identifying a method for tracking success. On the same commendation, Nate Ortiz encourages students to persevere through challenges and encourages students to grow and support each other as they engage in a productive struggle. Nabil Silfa played a critical role in supporting and communicating to families the importance of accreditation in LHS's process. NIAS commendation number 2 was for the profound sense of belonging that students associate with their school, a place they view as a caring home. The accreditation team saw that you create that environment every day. Samantha Delacqua, Jen Abbas, and Donna Desario's art and music classes are places where 10GA students can develop their personal interests and receive emotional support. Jackie LePere, June Choi, and Janet De Leon truly safeguard their students' personal and academic well-being. Nick Beauchamp and Fabrice Kanjanga excel at helping students understand how much LHS cares about them, even when things aren't going very well. Leosilin Cepeda Romulus provides a safe, supportive, and judgment-free zone for her students. Her empathy and unconditional positive regard for her students makes them feel a true sense of belonging. Maria Gutierrez Rey helps her ESL students feel comfortable and supported as they enter high school. Maria uses her own experience to help her students be brave as they gain proficiency. To help our students be brave. Is there a better compliment any of us could get? Maureen Santiago has worked tirelessly over the years to foster strong relationships with students and families, staying an important part of their lives well after graduation, and Maureen was also instrumental in shepherding the visiting committee during their 4 days here at Lawrence High School. NIAS commendation number 3, the sense of celebration and joy that is communicated through the I Am Lawrence initiative. Kitty Morgan does an excellent job of bringing the community to campus to help everyone understand what Laurentians are all about. Brittany Highslip works to integrate an appreciation for her students' backgrounds into her dance classes every day. Brittany was instrumental in helping to make I Am Lawrence possible. Holly Jones's ambassadors and Caitlin Skerry's cheer team are great examples of the belief in our students' ability to excel and the pride that we have in their work. NIASC's commendation number 4 was very specific, the integrated curriculum at the International High School. Nicoletta Philemon and Christy Cartwright co-authored the spiraling curriculum model at INT and have provided PD over the years for the implementation of this model, which is a national and international model. NIAS commendation number 5, the strength and impact of the relationship-based approach to curriculum at the RISE School. Amy Marie Lightfoot Taylor works tirelessly to create and maintain positive relationships with her students at RISE. She goes the extra mile to support students when they return to campus, providing counseling support when students are struggling or when they just need a check-in. Her genuine empathy and positive regard for students is an example for us all. NIAS commendation number 6, the dedication to providing an advisory and extended learning time which allows for increased opportunities to develop students' knowledge, understanding, and application of the school's 21st century learning expectations. Sam Curtis develops and leads the advisory curriculum at Enlace and strengthens SEL across the campus. Katie Seaton does a truly amazing job every B-Day organizing advisory lessons for 10GA that focus on personal development and community building. Matthew Abramson has worked to support his peers in implementing a strong advisory curriculum. Matt facilitated student planning of lower school joy events. Can we have more joy events, please? And competitions that help make LHS feel like a home. Stephanie Chabides creates a safe place for students and provides an adult model to develop a focused and meaningful advisory community. NIAS commendation number 7, the commitment to a dual enrollment and post-secondary access program through an impressive variety of college-level courses and electives at USA and ALA. Nuyurka Ibar works tirelessly in supporting students every day in the early college program. From recruitment to graduation and every step in between, Nuyurka guides students and their families through the early college process and into post-secondary opportunities. NIAS commendation number 8, the depth and sincerity of the faculty commitment to identifying and meeting the diverse needs of students. The entire Enlace student support team uses culturally responsive practices to meet the needs of immigrant students, especially SLIFE students, those in the greatest need. Stacy Rosario leads the Enlace 10th grade transition team, a collaborative effort between Enlace and lower school teachers working to support students' transitions from one program to another. Kara Copeland is an excellent source of wisdom, support, and advocacy for diverse students in the upper school academy. The 10GA, ELL, and special education teams continue to lead by example in ensuring that our diverse learners are all able to access the curriculum and thrive in their classes. And the entire international school faculty. One thing I'm sad about is that most of us here on the campus don't get the chance to visit INT and see the extraordinary work the INT faculty does for continuous commitment to their English learners. Lily Myers supports her ESL students, helps them grow and develop confidence and community within her classroom, and as an active co-teacher in English language classrooms. NIAS commendation number 9, the willingness of teachers to engage in reflective practice when given the time and resources. Arlene Javier is a proud Lawrence High School graduate and a role model for her students. She continues to model growth and humility for her students as she reflects on her own practice. Ruth Graham has made tremendous strides in her own practice and in that of her math team in using student academic data to inform practice. The 10th grade TLT members meet regularly to consider where 10GA is culturally and academically, and optimistically work to approach these needs in new ways. NIAS commendation number 10, the burgeoning interest and application of the use of formative assessment practices to inform teaching practices. Lynette Pajardo, Rebecca Ayor, Emma Belza, and Rebecca Veyu continue to push our instructional teams into models of effective teaching that pinpoint our students' need and plan for any necessary additional assistance and curriculum adjustments. And that's where I run out of time, but we could go on and on and on. You think I should continue? I got another pile of things. Keep going here. All right. NIAS combination number 10, the burgeoning interest in application and the use of formative assessment practices. Jenny Blatchford of the upper school for her efforts to use student data to emphasize and reteach areas where students struggle. NIAS commendation number 11, the teachers' and administrators' use of data and feedback to improve and adjust instruction. Lynette Pichardo and Rebecca Ayor have leveraged positive department climates and hold practice NCAS tests to ensure that math and ELT departments fully understand how to shift instructional practices. Victor Marayev uses formative and summative data to support diverse learners in his classroom, especially students in our most rigorous courses. NIAS commendation number 12, the teacher's reflection on instructional practices. Mindy Richardson consistently reflects on her instructional practices and considers how to best help her students become independent learners. Mary Lizardo has used her own reflection to promote deep engagement in the classroom and has improved her practice this way over the years. NIAS commendation number 13, the highly effective use of summative and standardized assessments in tracking academic progress and translating the data into adjustments in instructional design. Lindsay Mayer supports Enlace teachers in implementing quarterly WIDA model assessments to measure student language development and helps them analyze this data to improve instruction. Commendation number 14, the notable dedication of the staff to providing helpful and timely feedback to students and their families. Doritza Francisco welcomes students and parents and truly partners with parents to support their child's educational journey. She is a valued member of the FELT team in the 9th grade. Commendation number 14, the notable dedication of the staff to providing helpful and timely feedback to students and their families. Nardi Vega consistently provides students and families information, support, and guidance so as to open doors for students to reach their potential after they graduate. Geraldine Vasquez is the first face families see as they enter the lower school. Jera sends out timely information to families and helps make sure that all families can communicate quickly and effectively with others in the building. 2 more, and we get cupcakes. Commendation number 15, the cultural norm in place that encourages and supports teachers in providing feedback and opportunities for revision of student work. Dina Brown provides frequent feedback to students and helps them make incremental progress towards their learning goals. She pushes students to revise and present work that they are proud of. Eric Alshouse has consistently provided critical feedback to students in order to help them understand themselves as learners and their role in our community. NIAS Commendation number 1, the presence of challenging and observable 21st century learning expectations reflected in students' behaviors and staff attitudes about serving students. Christine Lum plays a critical role in supporting and communicating to staff the protocol and planning of assessments and statewide testing. She works hard to ensure that families and students have NCAS information in a timely manner and supports programs across campus. Her work was instrumental in the accreditation process in many ways. NIAS Commendation number 2, the sense of profound belonging that students associate with their school, a place they view as a caring home. Roberta Bobby Schneider provides a welcoming, nurturing, and judgment-free zone to all who visit the campus. Her unconditional support and patience in the registration process gives all those involved a true sense of belonging and welcomes families to Lawrence High School. Cindy Hefner and Rich Dokas coordinate and lead the effort to provide and sustain a clean and safe learning environment. They are the backbone of Lawrence High School and ensure that our building and facilities support the educational programming. NIAS Commendation number 13, the highly effective use of summative and standardized assessments in tracking academic progress and translating that data into adjustments in instructional design. Jesselyn Frias and Vanessa Noesi support new registrations and implement WITA testing to measure school and grade placement. Their work ensures that all of our students, especially our English learners, receive the education and supports that they need for success. NIAS Commendation number 14, the notable dedication of the staff to providing helpful and timely feedback to students and families. Kathy Thomas is an ace of spades. She works alongside all campus programs to ensure information is communicated in a timely and organized manner. Kathy also facilitates the execution and planning of school-wide events and supports all of the programs. Her work was instrumental and critical in the accreditation process. Let's hear it for everybody. And for everyone we didn't get a chance to mention who does extraordinary work every day. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich. That's a great example of our tremendous staff here at LHS. Thank you all very much. I'd now like to welcome Assistant Superintendent Maricel Sheets.
Thank you, Tim. It's been an amazing time working with dedicated leaders and staff at Lawrence High School. I was inspired by all the commendations that are highlighted in the NIAS report, and I'm excited to work alongside all of you to address the recommendations that many are currently leaning into as we speak. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to acknowledge the following heroes for their leadership on the NEASC Steering Committee at Lawrence High School, along with the mayor, Dan Rivera. Meg Ansley. Nicholas Beauchamp. Congratulations. Kevin Dean, he's not here, but we should clap not only for his leadership, but we want to send him and his family good energy as his wife is in labor right now at the hospital. Caitlin Gilligan. Richard Gorham. Christine Lum. Melissa Melendez. Mary Alice Murdoch.
And I have one for the faculty and the staff here, to hopefully gets hung in a prominent location, not just because it has my name on it, because it's well-deserved, an honor and in recognition of your incredible efforts in helping Lawrence High School receive accreditation from New England Association of Schools and Colleges. Your commitment to ensuring academic quality and high work standards are essential qualities for success as you strive towards a brighter future. I extend my congratulations on your outstanding achievement and wish you the continued success in all your future endeavors. Thank you for making Lawrence better.
So Lawrence High School has had the distinct honor of having a leader spearhead our 3-year NEASC process to highlight how Lawrence evokes each standard in teaching and learning. Without this individual's leadership, love for Lawrence High students, staff, and families, as well as his many years of excellence in service of students, the NEASC accreditation process would not have been inclusive of all voices, exemplify the shared leadership between teachers and administrators, and honor the true sentiment of family at Lawrence High School. It is my distinct honor to provide a certificate of recognition, special recognition, which acknowledges Richard Gorham for his time and dedicated work to the Lawrence High School community. The Lawrence High School community has had the honor of great teaching, learning, and leadership experience of a faculty member for the last 2 years. They have been spearheading pathway development to increase access to students in industry areas that need more representation of diverse individuals. They have played an integral part of coaching new teachers to shape their teaching to meet needs of all students. They have done this with ever-changing demands and challenges. It is my distinct honor to provide this certificate of special recognition, which acknowledges that Mary Alice Murdoch has been recognized for her years of service to education and the Lawrence Public School as she retires on her last day tomorrow.
I think that means they get extra cupcakes.
Thanks, Maricel. Let's hear it for our unsung heroes. Oh, boy. I know I already said it, but I'd like to say it again. It's a great day to be a Lancer. Very proud of everyone here. I think a round of applause for that. Come on. As you exit the auditorium, please enjoy a cupcake along with water and coffee, and take a minute to read the commendations that are posted on the walls outside. I'd like to say congratulations that go out to all of us here, and I'd like to thank you for your continued dedication to the students and the families of Lawrence High School. Please have a great evening, and go Lancers.
Go Lancers.
Thank you.
Great job. Thanks.